Hello everybody, welcome back to my new branded channel. Obviously, you know, it was the Counts in History with Charlie's London before, but I'm rebranded, so now I've got my football stuff, as you can see behind, my comic stuff and my history stuff. So we're doing a after watch along show at the minute. If you wanted to see the watch along, go over to a channel called In the North Bank. They have got the watch along there if you want to see it, but unfortunately you might not want to see it because it was a 0-0 draw and you might think it was boring. But anyway, I'm going to introduce my panel. Here is Des. How are you doing, Des?
Yeah, hello. I'm good. Thank you very much. Yeah, really good. Thank you for having me.
That's all right. Not a problem. Just a little bit of an applause for you being here. There we go. And we got the lovely Seema.
Hi.
Who's definitely, I think she deserves this one.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on. Hi, Des.
There we go. And Statman Rich. Hey, Rich. I don't know. We give you rock music, I think. What about this one?
Oh. He wasn't that impressed.
We haven't rocked him. What can I say? So welcome to my channel. Feel like we should be, you know, I should be putting the kettle on or something. But let's talk about that game. What did you think, Des? What did you think about that game?
Well, I thought we'd get 3 points from it today, to be honest. But Sells, their goalkeeper, he kept him in it. We played some good football, but Forest did their best to stop us, and that's what they did. So, yeah, a bit disappointed that we didn't take advantage of the Man City loss earlier today. But we didn't lose. We still gained a point, so can't really moan.
Yeah, Seema, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, like, it was an exciting game. It was end to end. Kudos to Forest for stepping up. I don't know how we didn't get the ball in the net. We had quite a few chances. How that penalty call out went against us, and what defines a handball, what part of the arm is a handball. But hey, it is what it is. We walk away with a point. At least we didn't lose, that we can say.
Well, yeah, and let's face it, we've seen us stuff that up so many times before where we've just, you know. Rich, what do you think?
Well, I think we didn't take the chances we created, and I don't think we tested Sales enough when we got into the final ball. The final shot wasn't good enough. I mean, Martinelli, that should be hitting the back of the net. I mean, great Sales, hats off. That was great save from Royce, who missed it. But there were other chances there. Marino there and Gabriel both not connecting with the ball properly. It's frustrating, but we dominated the match, and we're still in a better position than we were when we started today. So you can't be fuming with it.
No, I'm already seeing, to be honest with you, I'm already seeing Arsenal fans actually say that we've bottled it. What's your opinions on that?
Yeah, I don't see. I think we were too relaxed because City had got points. I think that pressure was probably off. If City had won, I think the pressure would have been more intense. And I think when we're in a position of knowing that we can go even further ahead, and we've got a little bit of comfort, I think we take our eye off the ball just a tiny bit. and
Yeah.
and that's how I see it.
Des, what about you?
Do you know what? I've watched so many watch-alongs in the last 2 seasons that the game for Arsenal has changed as a team. And to be quite honest, we are going to drop points occasionally, just like other teams are. Forest played well, but we've got a stronger team now. We've got stronger players. We've got more choice. 7 points. It's still 7 points clear at the moment until Villa play, I believe, isn't it? So
Yeah.
let's just keep positive. I can't commit myself to saying we're going to win the league. I still think it's early. So let's just keep going the way we're going. We've got the European game on, the Champions League game in the week, and then we've got Man United. So let's just see how it goes and just enjoy it for what it is at the moment.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it.
I think so. Not my monkey, not my circus is here now. The panel, don't feel bad. You come up against an amazing not side. If I didn't support Forest, would support Arsenal. Thing is, this is weird because we were talking, weren't we, about the connection between Forest and Arsenal, and they're not really a team that I would have ever been like angry that this has been the outcome. But at the same time, it's like there is an element of me that goes, why do we always do this? We could have just nailed it today and just walked away. Like we could have all gone to bed tonight, 9 points clear. Do you know what I mean? And we've done that so many other times this season. That Liverpool game, that was the most awful game because it felt like neither side wanted to lose, but neither side were doing much to win.
Yeah, I the second half of I was actually Richard was doing a watch along and on his own, and the second half it must have been so hard for him because that was diabolical, that second half against Liverpool. So how he kept it going, I don't know. But I was watching it in a pub whilst doing a pub quiz, and yeah, we couldn't get any first ball, and we couldn't get any second ball for about 40 minutes of the second half. And in the last 5 minutes, we were playing ball.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of fans as well at the moment. Gyökeres is this, and we're not playing this player. And it's up to the manager at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm. I think so. Oh, I finally got that bloody StreamYard thing off. I was like, why is that thing covering my head? It's gone now. They've changed so much on StreamYard since I last used it. It's really, it's a lot more user friendly, but at the same time, there's so many more buttons I'm still learning. So, how do you feel about going into the United game now? Because I'm not gonna. I know we got a Champions League game before that, but how do you feel about going into the United game?
Are you asking me or one of the others?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go clockwise. So Des, and then Seema, then Rich.
Oh, okay, no problem. Well, they've got new manager bounce. They've done well against City today, but it don't matter who you put in charge. They've still got their players, and let's be honest, even with this result today, and fair play to them, they still play hot and cold. So against us, I'm hoping that they'll play cold and we'll get 3 points. Simple as that.
I think they have a little bit of an advantage over us, haven't they? Because they've played less games. We're going to come from a Champions League game straight into a Premier League game. So they're going to have the whole week with their new manager, and, learn tactics against us. But I still feel that I'm more confident in our team. So I still think that, they've had their one-hit wonder, the bounce back that they say. I think we'll be okay. So just hope that we don't get any injuries in the Champions League game.
That's my concern. Rich, what about you?
I'm looking forward to it because what I saw today was a front-footed Man United, and it wasn't necessarily one that sat back and counter-attacked. They didn't defend well, but City had a game pretty much like us. Their final ball was appalling, and they didn't test United. I think United can be got at, and and if you take your chances, and this is the thing we always say, you take your chances, you put the opposition to bed, you don't have anything to worry about. But I think our midfield is so superior to what they've got.
And that's the other thing. When I've seen Arsenal fans complain about the fact that Man City have got Gay, I kind of feel like the only reason anybody would be complaining about the fact that they've got Gay would be a panic buy. Like, after today, it wouldn't surprise me if Arsenal went out and tried to panic buy. Like, honestly, I think there would be an element of that. But just want to bring this up. Not my monkey, not my circus. If Forest generally play well against good teams and poorly against bad ones. So I just want to. I think this is a really nice time to look at the league table. So I'll just bring it up. So I've got a cold / God knows what. It's what happens when you've got a baby. They bring home everything to you. I say bring home. He hasn't gone anywhere. So I don't know. I don't know where he's going when he's not with me. But I feel like I'm going on further on these streams. I'm like, ah. But look, we've drawn our last 2 games, and there are going to be Arsenal fans out there that are going to say that's like the end of the world. I know, because I've got them WhatsApping me at the moment, and I'm related to them, which means I can't escape them. But if we actually have a look at this, the league table down where Forest are. Forest have got, where are they now? I'm trying to find them. Oh, there they are. So they've lost. So their last 5 games, they've lost 3, won 1, and drawn obviously today. Their next game's Brentford. The West Ham won today, didn't they? If I remember rightly.
Yeah,
they did. It's on there. They won against Tottenham today. Was it 2-1 in the end?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
So that they've got a hard set. That bottom of the table is some ways as congested as the top. And I think that Forest today would not be happy with that draw either. Probably less happy than we would be. Des, what do you reckon? Do you reckon Forest will be happy with that draw today?
They need the point, Aisha. So yeah, they'll be over the moon with it. You know, obviously you want 3 points, but they're not going to get 3 points against Arsenal the way we're playing at the moment. So they'll be majorly happy with 1 point. Yeah. You know.
But do you think though that they would be? Do you think though that they would be happy with that point after their performance, or do you think there were points when they felt they could have won it?
No, I think they'll be happy with that point after their performance, because to be quite honest with you, Sells kept them in the game. So it was down to the keeper. I didn't see much coming from the front 3, if I'm honest with you. Did you guys see much coming from the front 3?
No.
No. The stats say they had 6 shots, none of them on target. So Raya had quite a
easy afternoon.
Easy afternoon if you're.
So.
And don't we were worried.
Sorry.
Were we worried in the watch along at any point? I mean, I know you get the odd corner where you might think, "Oh, is there a chance?" But even then, we dealt with it quite well.
I don't think we were. I think that we were quite bouncy. We were quite jovial. I don't think any of us ever thought that we were going to lose. I noticed that we all dipped a little bit in the last 10 minutes because we were a bit like, okay, this is getting a little bit silly now. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I mean, it's so the minute the final whistle went, my family group chat, there's my dad and my brother, bottle jobs, right? There's my mum, she's a bit more relaxed about it, which is no surprise. But the reason I'm really glad I'm at my house and they're over at my mum and dad's is because I often fall out with them about these things. I'm a little bit more diplomatic and a bit more pragmatic. Like, we didn't lose. And to be honest, I kind of wouldn't have been annoyed if we had. I know that you would have said 3 points lost, but we have cushioned ourselves in a way. I'm not fearful of any of the games coming up. The only thing I don't want Arteta to do is to concentrate so much on the Champions League that it becomes 2 points or 1 point. Which I mean, what do you think, Des? Do you think that could be a thing?
Well, last season, Forest could have beat us.
Yeah.
Let's be fair. Forest could have beat us last season. So to me, even though it's only a point, it's progression. And we are beating the teams this season that beat us last season to make the difference. You know what I mean? And you got to think as well, like you said, Man United have only got 40 games this season because they're out of all competitions, aren't they? So, and we've got the season now with all competitions is heavy. Yeah, it's absolutely heavy. Plus, I think as well, I forgot to say this, but I think as well, after the game we had against Chelsea, yeah, we put so much into that Chelsea game that we could have had a bit of fatigue from it today, or an effect at least from the Chelsea game. So I think you have to throw that factor in as well. You know, that's possibly what happened at the game today as well. We put so much into the Chelsea game on Wednesday night, and today has been fatigued, for want of better words.
No, I think that's right. Seema, what do you reckon?
Oh God, there's so much, but I don't want to say too much either because I don't know if I'm angry or if I'm, deflated. Because I really wanted the win. I predicted 3-0, and I got a 0 in there, just not a 3.
Just not a double one.
Yeah, and but at the end of the day, I don't like it when people call us bottle jobs. Only because I'm like you, I'm more than diplomatic. Because if you support the team, I mean, literally, we've got so many more games to go. So how do you come up with bottle jobs? And that's your own team to say that.
Yeah.
And it's not like if you look at the stats that we played awful or we played bad. We played very good. So, bottle jobs are if we couldn't pass the ball correctly, we couldn't shoot on target, or there was that silly free kick that Rice took. But, so for that reason, I'm angry because of that too. We're not bottle jobs. And I know, it's like somebody, but there are other fans out there who are doing it. And I think they just are,
Yeah,
plastic fans.
I think that's a really, really good. I think that's a really, really good point. And I think also the other thing that annoys me is that Arsenal fans, and I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, I'll take it and I'll back it with facts. I don't want anyone wants to talk to me about it. Arsenal fans can act like sport brats at times. We have a very illustrious history with trophies. We have a very good history in being one of the very few clubs that's never been relegated. Okay, there's a lot to be very proud of. The lineage of players, like I say, the accolades, all sorts of things. We could be in so much worse position. I honestly don't know how some Arsenal fans would cope if they were West Ham fans right now or Wolves fans right now. I think that they would be having just they wouldn't be able to cope. And we have to be really like, I get this all the time, the flack of this. We've finished second so many seasons now, and it's bottle job second again. Yeah, but doesn't that in a really weird way show an element of consistency? Liverpool won the league last year, but where are they now? They're like 4th, 5th, aren't they? Yeah, I've got it on there. They're 4th. At one point, they were 10th. Man City, no one thought Man City was going to lose to United today. Nobody thought City was going to drop as many points as they have. They have. If anything, we have been the most consistent team away from City in the last 5 years, but no one gives us credit that we have been a team building. We have been a team that has been doing things that has shown consistency, has shown strength, but all we ever get is bottle jobs. I mean, Rich, what's your opinion on this?
I think there's a huge element of that desperation to lift the Premier League. Some haven't seen it, and for some it's been such a long time. Because I've seen us lift a few and quite a few trophies in my time, I'm a bit more relaxed about it. It will come. You just allow it to naturally progress. Yes, when City came to our ground a couple of seasons back on, and they won, and we didn't have the legs out. We were just getting into the project. We were young, naive, but this team is street smart.
Yeah.
I mean, we're favourites to lift the league. We've just got to do what we're doing, which is take each game as it comes, and be street smart in them. Don't give games away. If you can't win it, take a point.
I think that's right. And I just want to show quickly Emerson's comment. I will play the same back four and midfield and rotate with Jesus up top. What is your opinions on that one? I think he's talking about Man United, by the way, not the Milan game in the week. Des, what do you reckon of that one?
I'm not sure about Jesus at the moment. He's flattering to deceive at the moment. I think we're at a bit of a stalemate with the strikers at the moment because of how people feel about Gyökeres, even though he is scoring. And yes, I know he's only getting the. Have you noticed how the media just, he's only had 7 touches a game, but they could be the most 7 important touches of the game. They don't look at it like that. They just see it. They try and turn everything to a negative. Yeah. Jesus has to bag a few for me now for me to go, yeah, you should be on the pitch. And that's genuinely how I feel about it, Aisha, to be honest.
Seema, what do you reckon?
Well, I mean, on one of your points there, Des, the media, they just throw it out of proportion. How many touches has Haaland had in this last few games? I mean, today he got taken off, but no one's talking about it. No one's criticising him.
No.
So I think they just like to pick on Arsenal. What the media have against Arsenal, God knows. Maybe we're not giving them enough season tickets to come and watch. Right?
Seema, they think we're arrogant, and they think as a fan base we're arrogant as well. That's what part of it is.
No, it's just because we like to speak the truth and we don't vent our frustration or anger on the street. Okay? We vent it after the game. We don't take it further than the game. That's the issue here. We're not like the Spurs and the West Hams or the Cities that go around making all these videos on TikTok about how, I mean, they're not even talking about their own team. They're talking about us. How we're bottle jobs. Give us the clout. We'll take it because you're putting our name. Every time a name goes out there, the algorithm picks it up. So it brings the name of Arsenal up further, just like in the North Bank, and Historian. It's going to bring us forward.
Do you know what it is as well? Sorry, Rich, I know you want to come in on this, but I'll just say this quickly. We are living rent-free in a lot of teams. We're living rent-free in a lot of teams and a lot of fans' heads.
Exactly.
This season. And I'm enjoying it. You know what I mean?
You know what they say, Des, in our culture, in the Hindu culture, they say that if you are living rent-free now, you're taking their karma. So all our bad karma's going, and that's why we're going to win something this season. Because all our bad karmas go. That's what they say in our culture. So
yeah.
Can I just quickly jump in and say I want to show peppermint oil capsules? I know him as peppermint. No, it's not my circus. Sorry, peppermint oil capsules in. He's gone. Henceforth, you shall be known as Des the Wise. You are now Des the Wise.
Oh,
You said something. You're very wise.
Take a bow.
That sounds.
I appreciate that.
To me.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Whoever put that comment up, I appreciate that. So thank you very much.
Monkey, not my circus has put that one up. But,
thank you, monkeys. Thank you, mate. I've made a new friend today, and I've made a couple of new friends today. Peppermint, monkeys. It's all good, and this is what this community is about. This football community is about, and your comics and your history. Whatever we're going to do on this channel, and whatever we do on in the North Bank or any other channels that are involved in the future.
Well, just to give you an idea, I'm sitting here, my little trusty notebook, this is what I'll be doing when I come off of here. So, I'm going to do a TikTok. Things you may not know about the history of Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest. So that's my little one I'll be doing next, and I've got some really good little ideas. In fact, it's not even just like the history of Arsenal that interests me. It's the history of like where a lot of these football clubs got their names from where, you know, what is their highest goal scorers, what little weird things have happened during really like big historical times. Like, for example, I've got a video I'm planning to do on the Arsenal Stadium mystery. And I didn't realise that was a lot of people saw that in cinemas that were specially like proofed out because the Second World War had broken out when it actually went into the cinemas. I didn't realise that. It was 1939 it went into the cinema.
I'm sorry, but why did they name them Tottenham Hotspur? Because there's nothing hot about them.
I can tell you that it's going to be ever so slightly boring, and considering we've just gone on about
how they play their game, right?
So Hotspur, when you Hotspur, it's when you actually hit the spurs on your boots at the back of a horse to make them go far further.
Okay.
So I'm guessing that at some point there was a situation where there was what do you call it? There was some sort of cavalry that was going on in Tottenham, because that's why they're called hot spurs. But also there is a really famous painting, a Henry VIII painting, that is called the Battle of Spurs, where it is to do with a war that he was involved in, and the French were so scared of what the British had done, they've run away really quickly on their horses. And what you actually saw was the spurs flashing as they like rode off. So it was called the Battle of Spurs because that was all you could see, like the little things, the spikes basically on their boots.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand, because hot spurs are used on horses, right? So why cockerel?
Yeah.
Because they have spurs on their legs at the back.
I mean, have we just found another way to call them wankers? Because that's to do with like choking. Have we just uncovered a historical thing about calling them?
Well, when it comes to emblems, we picked the right one, didn't we? We picked a gun, so you know it tells you everything.
We just blow everyone out of the park.
Richard, did you want to say anything about what we were talking about a minute ago with living rent free and all that kind of stuff?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's not unusual, is it? I mean, we know throughout history, and it's nice to know, isn't it? Especially with certain fan bases, they can't help it. And I mean, a little bit more. It was also there was a knight called Sir Henry Price in the 14th century, and he was known as Harry Hotspur. And it was his legacy that helped inspire their name.
Aisha, Richard's trying to give you a run for your money.
No, do you know what? I love it, because that means that everybody on here can bring something, and I love that, because I think it shouldn't only be about like one person. Yeah. So,
but you are right. He got that name in the 14th century by the way he spurred his horses into battle. So
yeah,
so that's where the connection is from.
The one I've never understood, no one's ever explained it to me. I'm sure there is a story out there I've just not read. I understand so many of the mascots of Premier League teams, but I still don't understand how we got a dinosaur from a cannon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know
I can't answer that one. I can't answer that one.
You can't, or you can?
No, I can't answer that one.
Des might know. Not Des, Emerson.
Oh, please, Emerson, if you're in there, tell me, because I can understand like phonetically Gunnosaurus. I get it, but I'm just a bit like I don't know why it's.
I suppose it's for the kids.
It wouldn't look very good if you had a gun walking around the field, would it? Trying to get kids to take penalties.
It's really hard to get someone to dress up as a cannon as well.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. It's logistics, maybe. Maybe it's just logistics.
They could have had like a cartoon-style soldier, though, because of artillery.
I suppose they could have, yeah. They could have.
But I don't know. But
look, at least we haven't got a cockerel walking around on the pitch.
Well, so apparently,
yeah.
it came about it was introduced in 1994. In 1993, the juniors, there was a contest held by junior gunners to design a mascot, and it was designed by Peter Lovell, an 11-year-old fan, and it was inspired by the dinosaur from Jurassic Park. He envisioned a 7 to 8 foot tall dinosaur that embodied the ferocity of the team, and it was named after the dinosaur Gunnosaurus. Gunnosaurus made his debut at Highbury Stadium during a match against Manchester City, and he's become a much-loved symbol ever since.
Oh.
Well, we nearly lost him in COVID. That's why when everybody always goes on about Mesut Ozil and how like he was lazy and whatnot and do-da, I always say he saved the Gunnosaurus.
He did.
Yeah,
he did.
So
I thought you were going to say it's named after the dinosaur from Swap Shop, Richard.
So we've had Star Trek, we've had Star Wars, and now we've had Jurassic World today.
Swap Shop, yeah.
Throwing it-
And Mork and Mindy, don't forget Mork and Mindy.
Oh, and Mork and Mindy. No.
Yeah, we
No,
got
no,
Mork and Mindy.
we had some of that. So
Oh,
where do we think then? So let's talk about the Milan game quickly before I think we should wrap up, because let's face it, we haven't got a huge amount to talk about a 0-0 draw, and we have been streaming for nearly 3 hours on and off now.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about the Milan game? We are away again.
I'll go quick. We're top of the league. We're top of the Champions League. We haven't lost a game. Or have we lost a game in the Champions League, Rich? No, we haven't lost. No. And I just think we're very focused on that competition this season. But saying that, Milan are not it's not going to be a walk in the park. But as me and Richard always say on the watch-alongs, we have to stay professional, do our job, and I think we'll beat them.
Yeah. I think playing in Europe is always different to the Premier League. The pace is a lot quicker, but I think as Arsenal, we're learning to play quicker. So I think we've got this. Into Milan, we'll be all right.
Rich?
Yeah, I expect changes just to get the rest and rotation in. I still expect us to get a result out there if that's the case, and so that when we get up to play Kairat, we can play a completely 10 or 11 changes, and it's not going to matter. Arteta will want it done Wednesday. He's always said he wants it over and done with as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I think right. Emerson, by the way, this is really interesting. Thanks, Emerson. I really appreciate you giving us these little things. Aisha, did you know that the son of the Arsenal mascot was a first junior gunner? Oh, that's really cute. I've made Williams a junior gunner already. You used to have to send.
Can he even kick a ball yet?
He can't even sit up properly yet. I don't care.
Yeah, can't even sit up yet.
No, it's called when you're under 3, it's called the Welcome to Our World pack, and he got a little insulated food bag to put his snacks and things in. It's a really cute little tub that splits in half that you can put sweet and savoury things in for when they're weaning and stuff, and little snacks, and wall chart, and a fluffy ball, which he's already thrown at Ian's head a couple of times, which is but yeah, so he's got that. He's got a Gunnosaurus that was bought for him that terrified him at one point because it was the same size that he is. But they're also recommending when he turns 3, because they can't do it in the 0 to 3 junior gunner pack for reasons I'm not sure. But after he turns 3, they encourage you to put them on the season ticket waiting list because of how long it is.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So as a mum of a possible future Arsenal player, what position do you want him to play?
Goalkeeper, because then he can piss off any of Brian's children.
Well, Brian won't be annoyed because it's not Raya, so he'll be all right.
That's probably true. I don't know. most of my favourite players have been midfielders, so
All
probably a
right, there you
midfielder.
go.
But I think I'd be proud just to see him. You know what? I'd be proud to see my son as a steward, just to make sure he's within the Arsenal family. I'd be very happy.
Yeah.
So
enough.
it's like my
Fair
dad years ago. My dad years ago went to me. I'll never forget this. Turkish father, so quite traditional in a lot of things. I think I've told you this story before, but he went, I don't care who you marry when you're older, if you marry at all. I don't care if you're gay. I don't care if you're straight. I don't care what colour they are, what creed they are, what religion. Just don't ever bring me home a Tottenham fan.
Yeah.
That was it. That was my only thing, really.
Yeah.
So I'll probably say the same thing to William when he gets older. I don't care who he is.
That's a very understanding father.
Emerson's also said another hard match in Europe, and I go for a draw on Tuesday. So I think we've got this section of the Champions League in the bag. So I'd probably agree with Emerson and say just make sure we don't get any injuries. I think Seema, you said that earlier. Just make sure we don't get any injuries. Make sure that it just keeps calm and then just move. I would say put out a team you know are going to secure a good result, but concentrate on United, because we don't want, if Villa win, are they playing tonight or tomorrow? I can't play
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
There's no game tonight.
Okay. Last thing we want is to suddenly find 7 points become 4 or become whatever. So I think that we need to keep our heads down now. My goal for this season is, at the very, very least, we win the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup. And we need to bring home something. But if you had to make me pick a trophy, me and my dad argue about this one constantly. He wants the Champions League at all costs because we've never won it.
I'm on your dad's side with that one.
I'd just like to end this drought of the Premier League, to be honest. I would mind a double. I'd love us to go for all 4, but I'm saying if I had to. The other thing is I don't want us to throw away the FA Cup. This is the thing, that if I'm going to moan about Arteta for anything, it's this thing he's got about the FA Cup. Like we have that record, and I believe United are out of it now, right? United are out of the FA Cup.
Yeah.
It's ours to make to increase that lead of I think it's 14 times we've won it, isn't it? 14. Yeah. Don't discredit something that you have a record for. Don't discredit something you've got a strong history in. Actually try to retain that trophy. And I think there's going to be a lot of Arsenal fans that they're not going to be happy with the FA Cup. And there's going to be a lot of fans out there that are not going to be happy with the Premier League and not the Champions League. But you can't please everybody. We just need to keep consistent. But anyway, my voice is gently going. It's still very silent downstairs. So I'm very concerned about
who's asleep.
Which one of them had knocked the other one out is my big worry. But I just want to say goodbye to everybody in the chat. Thank you so much to you 3 that have joined me on here for my first show back in ages. Been a bit rusty, but I've really enjoyed it. And hopefully we can do lots of stuff soon. Are you guys planning on doing anything for the Milan game?
We'll
be doing a watch along. So
probably do a watch along. So then,
as long as we can organise it, we'll do the same as we did today, where we showed it on my channel and in the North Bank. Please check out in the North Bank. These guys are all on there, and there'll be a on here. So it'd be lovely to get a bit of a show rotation. Rich and Des, do you want to talk about your other show that you do, guys?
We do a thing called Shots Fired. Go for it, Rich.
Yeah, we do Shots Fired. We've got a segment on in the North Bank called Two Old Gunners, and we do various stuff. But the big one is top five Arsenal players from different countries. So we're hoping to do Ireland. We're hoping to do all the countries that have represented Arsenal.
Yeah,
if there isn't, we do it to the Premier League instead.
And the Shots Fired, I'll just fill you on the Shots Fired one just quickly. The Shots Fired one is a weekly show that we do, reviewing the weekend's football and predicting the results with Arsenal fans and other team fans as well. So it's not just from an Arsenal point of view, it's other teams. We've got Dan, the Forest man, we've got Mr. Tom, the Leeds supporter, and we're going to get other people involved as well from other teams. So that's mainly what me and Richard do on In the North Bank. Come over there and join us anytime you like. Anybody's welcome. Aisha, thank you for having us on today, mate. It's been absolutely brilliant. So thank you for that.
Thank you,
Nice,
Aisha.
lovely.
Thank you.
Seema, where can people find you when you're not here with me?
Just on X or in the North Bank, I jump on their shows and gatecrasher shows.
She's really
Otherwise,
modest.
yeah.
Great. She's great. She goes to regular games. She's got a passion.
Thank
Like,
you.
honestly, she's one of the nicest people you could be on a stream with. Back to you to a minute though. I want to say one of the best shows I've done recently was when we did that top 5 Arsenal players for the First and Second World War. So if anyone wants to check that out, it's over on In the North Bank. Go and check that out. Okay, everybody. We will see you soon. Have a good one.
Thank you.